By now we know that, okay, data-driven, data-backed decision making. So the analysts and the frontliners who are responsible for taking some decisions from the business standpoint, they get away from their intuition based and the gut feeling based decisions. They have the data in front of them. They're able to explore. They have the data products in front of them, and then they can use this data for better decision making. And then, as I said, build business strategies with data analytics. Now, data, if you are taking it as a support, if you are taking it as something lying on the table and you will need it at some fine morning, it's not going to work. So from day one, and this is how one of the core responsibilities of chief data officers are, that they start uh, connecting with the business leaders and discussion around the KPIs and the metrics and how do they build business strategies with data. Okay, and that backtraces the journey, puts up the milestones that, okay, the data is not managed well. There is no blueprint that connects your data points with the business strategy. So let's build it together. That's how this entire journey paints out to be. And then finally, you see, the key metrics, the top metrics of the organizations. You can improve the customer experience. You can optimize the internal business processes in the supply chain, logistics, in the finance, purchasing departments, and you'll see the impact coming in. The discussions which used to happen, and I remember very early in my career that the discussions around these things, the feedbacks will be there over the emails, or there'll be CSV sheets, the spreadsheets getting circulated with all those numbers, but no one pays attention because we do not know how to join these two things together. So if we develop that holistic view, if we develop that business view, keeping data in the center, that's how that will impact the start impacting that start creating the impact on the business metrics in the organization. It's very interesting, by the way, because there are still organizations who who believe that data is an IT asset, and nothing wrong with it, because until now, all these years, these organizations have been accumulating lots of data and building data products. Perfectly fine, no problems whatsoever. Building data products, but coming it from the needs. So there is a demand of data product. There's a demand of an AI system for which we have the data, we have plenty of data, and then we have a central team doing it. But the problem is you only know what you only get to solve the problems which one person feels. There'll be one central team, one particular, say, bunch of people, group of people who need who feel the need of a product. They will recite their need to a central data and AI team, and the product will be developed. But that's not what we're talking about. It's not an IT service that you build a product keeping using data. Instead, when we talk about the cultural transformation, the data should be available to everyone and anyone who need this data. Okay.